know like no one's here, but like, excuse me. Oh my God, hi. Welcome, you're the first one in. Hi, I dream in memes. Guys, I'm at this like abandoned psychiatric hospital museum. And I just, the art, like, excuse me. Anyway, okay, it's about to be creepy. We're about to conjure some spirits. I did bring my tarot cards. So this was like one of the first psychiatric hospitals. Oh, hold on. Oh my God, it's so creepy. Okay, hold on. It's definitely been remodeled, but this was like built in like, you know, you would think that they would have that like written down. Wow, okay, so 1874. This was built, it's super creepy. This is where they would do like the drowning therapy stuff to like the gaze and torture people. Oh my God. Like, I'm sorry, I'm so creeped out right now. Oh my fucking God. Okay. Jake finally had her committed. Okay, all right, so we're here. We are on the 3rd floor. So this is, oh, okay. So this is going to be the information about the art, musical, spiritual, and rocking chair therapy that were practiced in the early 1900s and late 1900s. The patient room on this floor in the psychiatric nursing exhibit, Ward Quiet, currently occupies a former surgical room. Okay, let's check it out. So here we are. Looks like, oh, okay. So this just looks like some of the stuff that was from the staff possibly. Are you guys like getting okay connection? Hold on, just like honestly, can you just like, wow. Like I dressed for the museum today. Wow, okay. Is this an IRL? Yes. This is Phasmophobia. And honestly, like look at how cute. We get it, you weigh 90 pounds. Look at how cute this is. It was abandoned, Burn of Legend. It's now a museum, but it was built in 1873. Steal it, I don't think this would fit me. I'm still too heavy. I called my mom today. And I was like, she was asking me how I've been doing. And I was like, oh, I've been good. I've still been, you know, losing weight and da-da-da-da-da. And I told her how much I weighed and she was like, oh, you probably look almost skinny. And I was like, this woman, oh God, okay. Okay, but she's just so shady. Okay, so here we have this American Red Cross volunteer. This was owned by Thelma. Her name was Thelma. Look, there she is. Thelma Lawson. And she worked here in the 1940s. Oof. Nurse dancing with the patients. How do we imagine what patients meant to the nurses? Okay, very interesting. So here we have another nurse with patient. These photos, like what year is this one? I'd like to know. Are you at work? I'm at a psychiatric hospital. Okay. Okay, and then here we have an old refrigerator. Okay. Honestly, Jake's dad has this like refrigerator. I'm pretty sure this might be the same model. And I have to say something. I have never had a better Coca-Cola. It is so cold and crisp. I wonder if they have this plugged in. Oh, it's broken, I think. I think it's broken. Anyway, General Electric serve, look, oh, handing out drugs. Why are you in a hospital? So this was an abandoned psychiatric hospital, like I think sometime 50s, 60s is whenever it stopped taking patients. They kind of revitalized some of the stuff and turned it into a museum. Downstairs, there's actually an old morgue, so we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Why are you so empty? Why is it so empty? Nobody's here. I'm so lucky. I brought my tarot cards too. But like, honestly, I definitely am getting some vibes. A little creepy up here. Like I'm just getting bad anxiety. Wooden tray. Oh, okay. So this is what they would like pass out medication on. Here we have this lovely RN. It gives medication to patients. Angel. Clothing boxes. Okay. Oh. Okay, so look at these two nurses, 1956. Patient population rose to 3,000 beds in the late 1940s. In the early 1950s, lobotomies are being performed at mental hospitals throughout the country, including here. Electroshock therapy increases from 3 or 4 to 300 or 400 treatments per patient. Thorazine is introduced in 1954. Etc. Oh my God. Mouse pass. Mouse pass, I didn't say anything. Congrats on your purchase of this abandoned psych.
Mouse Paus cheered X200. Congrats on your purchase of this abandoned psych hospital just in time for Halloween. The streamer retreat you're setting up is going to be spectacular.
Well, honestly, I'm just saying, like you guys know I love the holidays. I love Halloween. I love spooky things. So I actually do have quite a few things planned for this month. Hello, Erebus. Erebus. Okay, today, one of those days. Oh, okay, this was in 1970. So I guess they actually were open until 1970. Between 7 and 8 a.m., patient B started convulsing at 9 a.m. Given Dilaudid, 30 milligrams, and phenobarbital at 9:20, continued to convulse. Doctor checked him, and sodium amytal, 250 milligrams IM, was given at 10 a.m. Patient had 43 seizures, and all as stated by attendants. Last convulsions was at 10:15. Patient C put in side room for threatening a patient. He was searched for a razor blade, but did not find one. They found a sharp piece of glass. This is the nurse logbook this was January 17th, 1970. Oof. What do we have here? Are you gonna stock up on reds and yellows? They have like this art that I can't wait to show you guys. It's just like all of these pill bottles kind of just like gathered together, and it's like art. And I can't help but just laugh a little. 2 nurses cleaning stairs. Oh, see, I honestly thought that was a picture of like 2 people that were dead, and I didn't want to show it, but they're not. They're alive. They're just cleaning. So that's cute. I think this was like a male. Hello? Oh, if it was down, I was gonna be so upset. Nurse at chart desk. Notice the ashtray. Ooh, she was naughty. Open in 1800s, nurses were allowed to smoke. Oh, we're not allowed to smoke. By the 1950s, it became so common it was even accepted in hospitals. Look at these old clipboards though, that's pretty cool. Okay, all right, now let's see here. We have some old medicine. We have some pictures of old patients, and honestly, wow, it looks like this place is not very well taken care of. Like, look at the walls. It's like, what was that, like scat? Was it just like never cleaned in here? The beds are all like rusty. The chairs don't look horrible, to be quite honest, but like all of these people, looks like all women, look really miserable. Okay. Black nurse and white nurse working side by side caring for patients and cleaning. The hospital is officially desegregated in 1962. Fiberglass rocking chairs brought to the hospital mid-1960s. Note the patient in the middle tied to the chair. Oh. Oh, wow. That's creepy. Pupil dilation.
Slizzle just resubscribed 14 months. OMG.
Thank you for the 14 months. That's so kind. That's so kind. Thank you guys. Thanks for joining. For everybody that just got here, we like literally just walked in. We just got here too. We just kind of so far have really just checked out this little area where it looks like some of the nurses' belongings were. Nothing too creepy yet. Medication or meditation? What? The benefits of medication outweigh the side effects? Okay. Museums have been critiqued for telling the stories of rich and powerful, leaving out minorities and the poor and the powerless. Currently, state law mandates that the patient information be kept confidential. Does this erase patients from our history or respect their privacy? What do you guys think? I don't know. I feel like privacy should be respected, quite honestly. Okay, oh, wow, okay, so this is weird. It's weird reading some of this stuff because all of this like terminology is like so out of date. We love you, Holly, thank you. We love you. Originally, State Lunatic Asylum was designed to house 275 patients in Sunlit and Erie wards. These nurses wearing the hospital's second armband, okay, might have supervised walks around the grounds and restrain patients to the walls with chain. So these two, this woman here is the one that they're saying would restrain the patients. Wow. So, and then there's her cute little outfit. Like, that's so cute, that's so sexy. But we have to admit the Red Cross nurse was probably the belle of the ball here. Okay, let's see. Oof, oof, oof. I'm getting bad vibes in here. I am getting very, very, very bad vibes. So this is some of their old stuff from their chapel that they had. Oh my God, this is seriously, this has been the worst of the vibes. Thank you for, oh, Anonymous, thank you for the gifted subscription to Twerk Empress. I appreciate it. God bless. Please clap. Guys, thank you. Look at this. Okay, so this is some chapel. It's 1967. So 1960s. Guys, what year? What the fuck? Why? What? I don't understand. Yeah, this is an organ. Oof, I don't understand. Why does he have an axe though? Oh, look. Okay, so this was made by a patient in 1960. Okay, hold on. This is art by the patients. Like what? The rabbits, 1960. Like, were they being given acid or what? The mug? Ooh, look at that mug. That mug is cute. That was sick. Oh, that's cute. Huh. Okay, more art by the patients. Neat. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, that's fucking cool. What? Eggshell mosaics? Shut up. That's made with eggshell. That's so cool. Oh my god, that's really, really neat. What? Here's another one made with eggshell. That's like so cool. Oh my god. Wow. This is just, okay, that one's not as cool, but still neat. Oh, the silverware bracelets, the serve. I want a spoon ring, I do. Ooh, oh wow. This is dark, okay. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. Freeform mouth, tongue, and throat ceramic created by a patient in occupational therapy for the director's creativity showcase. Ooh. That's a sex toy, please. You guys are sick. What else do we have? Huh, oh wow. Yikes. Ooh, allow you to irritate me, I become yours. Oh god, there's something really creepy about this one, I'm sorry. Oh my god, why are they? When I wasn't even going to bother. I mean, fuck the world. Fill him up with gas. What? I seen, but now I'm blunted. Are some people lazy, or is the world bare?
Not mermaid girl just resubscribed for 12 months. Whispers on Kai.
Thank you so much for the 12 months for the year. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Honestly, guys, this fucking art is good as fuck. Like, I would, like, the eggshell art, like, what? How do you do that? That's so neat. Like, how do we make eggshell art? Oh, wow. No, thank you so much for the 1 year, though. We love that. We appreciate it. God bless. Let's keep going though. Let's keep going because we only have so much time. Okay. Oof. Oof. Oh, okay. Wait. Okay, this is just talking about the Oregon Trail. We're not interested. Like, I don't want to talk about that right now. Like, it's Halloween. Okay. A woman's ward. Okay. So here's a picture of the women's ward. We're in a mental hospital. Oh my God. Hello. Thank you for subscribing for 6 months, Faye. We love that.
Anonymous gifted Fayrina a subscription. An anonymous user gifted a tier 1 sub to Fayrina.
Thank you, Anonymous. I appreciate it. Okay, look. We have this here. So, this was the rocker that was used. It's made of fiberglass. I don't know if this is exactly comfortable. Definitely durable. Ooh, it's a rocking chair. Okay. By the 1960s, the living conditions at the state hospital were terrible. Patients were housed in large rooms crammed with beds, and most in 30s heavily medicated in rockers such as these. In 1961, the St. Louis Globe-Democrat newspaper published an expose of the Missouri State Hospital system. The reporters found patients living in squalor, overcrowding to an absurd degree, and rows of silent, lonely people swaying back and forth in rocking chairs with tranquilizer pills as their only treatment. God, that's so fucked up. Oh my God, look. So here's a bunch of them. This type of cane chair was the first to be purchased at the hospital. Yeah, this is like actually kind of nice looking. Here's another, more rocking chairs. Like honestly, why? Picture of patient in middle rocker with a pigeon on his head. What the fuck? Okay. Metal rocker made for use in Missouri State hospitals by a St. Louis company. These chairs were used during the second quarter of the 1900s because of the practical and virtually indestructible designs. What the fuck? That's so weird. Why is that like, who took that picture? Did they get fired for taking that picture? Like that's just, okay. Let me have more of these. Okay, oh wow. Center building ward for men. Amenities for entertainment such as gym, a bowling alley, and billiard tables were important in the 1800s and early 1900s. Social activities help patients build bonds and strengthen communication skills. So look at how the men were living versus these women. Excuse me? What the fuck? What is this about? Mid-20th century war scene. Who did this? Oh, who did this? That is not right. Oh my God, what the fuck? Okay, Women's Infirmary State Hospital. Look at that. Many psychiatric state hospitals, such as the ones here, this is just more about the rocking chairs. Patients when not assigned to work details or therapies were expected to sit in their rocking chairs along the wall of the ward and make no demands on staff. If they sat quietly and did not present problems, they were considered good patients. Wow. The chairs were arranged one after another along the wall facing the main entrance. Having the chairs set up in this manner discouraged socialization and led to quieter wards. God, that's so fucked up. So like they didn't even have like communication with people really. So they were like, it's crazy to think that they thought that they were helping anyone. At what point do you realize what you're doing is inhumane? Like what the fuck? Take one home for Sean. Honestly, Adam, like, Sean would die to have one of these. And why does that look like Cher? It looks like a Cher Barbie. Am I wrong? Like, that looks like it could be Cher. Oh, wow. Floor drag. Heavy drags were used to polish ward floors as recently as 1955. A patient assigned to a drag might have to pull it for hours before he was allowed to rest. This was intended to keep the patient occupied as well as to keep the floor shining. What the fuck? I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't talk like that. What is this? Oh my God, I love these. This was also made in the 1970s, really? Oh, wow. This is very interesting. This is 1992. A sketch of Santa made by a patient? What? What patient? Forced labor, right? I know. So, let's go to the next part. More art. What is this? Whoa. This is... Okay. This is interesting. This embroidery is a testament to the daily experience at the state hospital. of an African-American woman diagnosed with schizophrenia. For years, her own words have been described as psychotic, but in 2010, new research found that this patient was very connected to her environment. The patient, purportedly nicknamed the Tatterer, was mostly mute, but occasionally spoke when she was not happy. When she was not happy or her routine was changed. She was hospitaled for over 30 years and was moved from the state hospital to a nursing home where she died, waiting for a placement into the community. Oh my God, that's so fucked up. Cook and eat. Still be true. Care that on the pipe. Cook and eat. Ember and get some glass. Wow. Take this man to be your husband, to be your wife, to have and to hold, to love. Might a day. Wow, this is really chilling. Research found that although the patient was silent, she was very, okay. It's same thing. Wow. Whose voice was that? That's so crazy. Fork the, wow. This is like very, very chilling. Will somebody scan that? Use your smartphone to learn more. Can somebody scan that for me? Any scanners? Thank you. Okay. Oh, oh, it's the ink spot paintings. Okay. What do you see? We should make these next week on stream. I see like a jack-o'-lantern. I see like a rabbit. I see a dragon there. I'm good. Do you see yourself? Art therapy encourages patients to explore their identities. Use the marker to draw your self-portrait in the mirror. Ooh, let's do it. Just like a very small little nose, like huge hair. Do you guys see it? I like that though, that's cool. Let's erase it though. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Look, okay, so this was actually one of the old living space. Oh God, okay. Look at how little this is. This is literally, this is not even prison cell size. Oh, look. And that would be where you would use the restroom. Okay. Most patients lived in dormitories with very little privacy or personal space. There could be 20 to 200 patients on each floor. In the center building, however, were smaller rooms with 1 to 4 beds per room. What? How could the rooms in the center building were furnished much like this display? A patient could bring anything with them that would fit in a suitcase. Is this safe? This is a psychiatric hospital. Oh, psychiatric hospital. Okay. Oh, here's a music room. Music therapy. This is like the only room so far that I've had any good vibes in. I don't know when they implemented this. Huh. Okay. So here's some pictures of patients. This is how people used to live, not too differently from today, except we used to call
Mouse Pouse shared X200. This is how people used to live. Not too different from today, except we used to call them patients. Now we call them streamers.
Please. Honestly, so far. Oh, wow. Look, they are really trying to. They are not doing this to me. In theory, if you are average height and weight, they have this right here. They're fucking sick. This is sick. Okay, so the bigger you are, like, you actually do have a smarter brain. So you actually are smarter, like, as a larger person. As you guys can tell, the brain weighs more. It's not even digital, honestly. These just give me like horrible, like, oh my God. You know what was the worst though? Whenever you'd go and they would totally just like skip past and they'd be like, okay. Oh God. Like whenever they wouldn't even give you the 100, oh, that was hateful. Okay, let's take the elevator. In elementary school, where the nurse would come and weigh. Ugh, it's true.
John Lol tipped $1. Is there anything worth stealing from this place? Where is the pharmacy area? Can we get some pills?
There's just like all of these like empty pill bottles. Kind of, oh, connection will go out in the elevator. Do you really think so? Let's try it. I don't know. I like want to get on a creepy elevator. Like it sounds so creepy. What if I get stuck on it? It's about to open. It took forever to get here. Oof, it's giving me The Shining. It was abandoned, but it's now restored as a museum. Oh guys, here's the art I wanted to show you. I have my tarot cards. I'll pull this out later. Hold on. Oh fuck. What the fuck is this? Huh? What are they doing? What the fuck is that? Pica is an appetite for non-nutritive substance that persists for more than 1 month at an age where eating such objects is considered developmentally inappropriate. What the fuck? Oh my. Oh no. Upon its discovery in 1910, the stomach contents from one female patient's stomach were collected by Dr. Harlow. Oh, wow. They were gathering items and specimens to start a museum here at the State Hospital. Unfortunately, Dr. Mill's museum never came to be. However, the stomach contents were placed in this case and hung in the hospital laboratory. Over the years, the true story began to take on new aspects until the information resurfaced. What? Real men? Why? Thank you. Thank you for the 9 months, bestie. Okay. Oh, hey, silly my Willie. Okay, so here's the story.
Real_men_wipe_ just resubscribed for 9 months. We saw you take the bobby pins in the other room. Please put them back in their place.
Please. Oh, hold on. I need to plug my phone in to a charger. Get this thing charging. Okay, honestly, like, look at the, like, ew. Like, look at the, like, is that, like, old stomach acid or glue? What is that? It looks so creepy. Okay, let me read you guys this, though. Okay. Nails, screws, bolts, buttons, thimbles, and other objects on display were removed from the stomach of a female patient in 1929. The patient ingested objects other than food in spite of vigilance on part of the nurses and attendants, was able to acquire and swallow the items shown. When the patient became ill, an x-ray revealed the vast accumulation shown here. Surgery was performed and a total of 1,446 objects were removed. Wow, the patient died during the procedure. On August 4th, 1910, a female patient from the Southwest Missouri died suddenly at the age of 31 here at the State Hospital. The death certificate states that the cause of the death was due to the infection of the kidneys. However, the autopsy report stated that the upon examination, doctors found 1,400 objects in her stomach. So she suffered from pica, a disease which was originally thought to be caused by malnourishment and stress. Wow. Wow, okay. So pica has also been considered as obsessive compulsive disorder. As for the patient, her body was laid to rest at the hospital cemetery. That is wild. Ooh, look. Oh, ooh, I don't like that. Holy, look, this is... Oh, yikes. This is creepy. Surgical tools. Oh my God.
Silly Willy just resubscribed for 17 months. Hey Queen. Girl, you have done it again. Constantly raising the bar for us all and doing it flawlessly. I'd say I'm surprised, but I know who you are. I've seen it up close and personal. Girl, you make me so proud. Psych hospital staff tipped $1. Put a fucking mask on. This is a medical facility. You are required to wear one on the premises. If you refuse to comply, we will be kicking you out.
Please, I actually do have my mask in hand if anyone comes near, but I'm not gonna wear one alone. But yeah, I always have my mask on hand. Okay, Dr. Aegis Moniz won the Nobel Prize for Psychology and Medicine in 1949 for his success in treating a variety of mental illnesses through a surgical procedure in which he severed the fibers connecting the frontal lobe of the main body of the human brain. This procedure is known as a prefrontal lobotomy or leucotomy. Approximately 50,000 people were lobotomized in the United States from the 1940s until the 1960s. As opposition to the procedure grew, lobotomies were discontinued at the Fulton State Hospital. Oh, in 1966. So here we have some tools from the lobotomy. This is just giving me Nurse Ratched. Oh, okay. This is so creepy looking. This is an old surgical table. And just look at it. Oh my God. This is creepy. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It's like pretty shiny still. It's a little rusty. I wonder like what year this is from. This is 1923. Lobotomies would have been performed maybe even on this table. Okay. All right then. So here we have some more tools. Oh, look. Oh my gosh. Here's the voltage machine things, the shock treatment. Oh my God. Okay, administering voltage many times over the seizure threshold. It had no timer at all to measure voltage duration. Recommended treatment was between 2 and 3 seconds. This was left completely to the doctor's discretion and could be held down indefinitely. Small and portable, this device would allow Dr. Freeman to perform lobotomies virtually anywhere. Okay, he traveled the country to his lobotomobile, performing transorbital lobotomies at mental institutions across the country, including ours. Okay, electrode contact. Okay. Oh, look, here's, oh my God, there it is. Look, there's like a picture of the lobotomy. Look at all of the people just spectating. Look at all of the people just watching. That's so weird. And like, it is through the eye. So, I don't know if you guys saw Nurse Ratched. I didn't know that that was actually accurate, but he's going into her eye. Ooh. Okay, the effects of the operation will be followed closely by staff. If successful, the institution will undertake a program of neurosurgery. Such a program will mean many patients will be dismissed from the hospital to return to their communities and leave normal lives. Oh my God. Okay, so on July 8th, this guy came here. Walter Freeman performed his transorbital lobotomy on 10 patients here in just 3 hours. 3 hours, 10 people. What? Wow. In 1874, to care for 225 patients, the state lunatic asylum grew to 3,000 patients in the 1930s, overflowing, understaffed, and underfunded. The situation of patient care became desperate, and new methods of treatment were sought. Oh, okay, so this is, lobotomies were developed and became popular as economic resources and personnel were stretched thin during the 1930s, Depression and World War II. Wow. Oh, look. We're recording the most difficult period in history. Sorry. I'll like put on something more interesting. We are recording the most difficult period in history ever experienced in the history of the institution. We have been seriously handicapped because of the war. Inflexible budgets formulated for peacetime operation have been found inadequate, and additional hardships for rationing priorities and other necessary wartime measures have multiplied our difficulties. A marked increase in cost all commodities and periods during this could not be contained. Okay. This is just something that we're cutting the hospital staff. Wow. Oh, okay, so this is the ice pick. Okay, the ice pick lobotomy, which is what he would have performed. Wow. Oh, okay, and this one's name was Sally Ellen. Okay, the anesthesia was replaced with electroconvulsive therapy to induce a seizure in the patient. The operations could easily be performed in overpopulated, understaffed state mental hospitals. So what happened to this woman then? So they just give her a seizure and then they just, what the? Oh my God. Not this. Oh my God, the fever cabinets. Holy shit, that's so creepy. Oh my God, okay. Bronze Age hammer, what? Chamu culture, what? Oh, what? Hay saw, serrated edge to cut Skull, 1850. Terrifying drill, 1865. Civil War era tool designed to relieve pressure on the brain. What? Trephination tools, 1890. Acquired from the Springfield, Missouri Medical Examiner's Office. What the fuck? Did you just like drill that into somebody's head? Why? Okay, trephination is the removal of a piece of skull from a living patient to expose dura mater or tough fibrous membrane forming the outer envelope of the brain. Trephination of human skulls is found in the archaeological record as early as 7,000 years ago. Look at hole in head. Oh, triple chip. Hey, bestie.
Triple Chip just resubscribed for 16 months. Zimzalabim zim zim zalabim zim zim. Zozo is here.
No, it's true. It is fucking creepy in here. Rosemary Kennedy. Oh my gosh, you guys know the story of Rosemary Kennedy. Sister John F. Kennedy was arranged for her lobotomy in 1941. She was 23. We ran through the top of her head. I think she was awake. She had a mild tranquilizer. I made a surgical incision in the brain through the skull. It was near the front. It was both sides. We made a small incision no more than an inch. The instrument Dr. Vods used looked like a butter knife. He swung it up and down and cut the brain tissue. We put an instrument inside, he said. As Dr. Vods cut, Dr. Freeman put questions to Rosemary. For example, he asked her to recite the Lord's Prayer or sing God Bless America or count backwards. We made an estimate on how far to cut based on how she responded. When she began to become incoherent, they stopped. The results were tragic. The once very social Rosemary lived out the remainder of her life in institutions, and the family just basically, like, they didn't care for her anymore. Like, she was just forgotten. The Kennedys, horrible fucking family. Sally Ellen Ionesco. She was the first patient in the United States to receive a transorbital lobotomy. She was a 29-year-old housewife and mother. It seems like a lot of women were targeted or were lobotomized, more so than men. Before the operation, forever fighting, she was the meanest woman. 11 days after the lobotomy, she giggles a lot. What? This is so creepy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Imagine what people think of today's healthcare in 100 years, right? At the request of his stepmother, Howard Dooley was lobotomized by Dr. Freeman in 1960. Dr. Freeman lobotomized 19 children under the age of 18. The toughest was a 4-year-old. Today, Dooley is a successful husband, father, and author. In 2007, he wrote about his life before and after the lobotomy in his memoir, My Lobotomy. An MRI performed in 2009 showed much damage to his frontal lobes from the lobotomy. However, due to his young age at the time, his brain adapted to the injury as he matured. Interesting. Electroconvulsive therapy. Ooh. Holy shit. Oh my God, this is all giving me chills. Oh. Okay, so here's a big electroconvulsive therapy machine. Look at that. Oh God. Yeah, no, I actually haven't really talked about anything like that, but yeah, PMS. I mean, just watch Nurse Ratched. Like, this is giving me Nurse Ratched. In 1933, Austrian Dr. Manfred Sackel published the results of his experiments successfully treating drug addicts with doses of insulin large enough to put the patient into a coma. Oh my God. He believed that insulin coma therapy would help those with schizophrenia. Oh my God, this is fucked up. The treatment which reset the electrical activity of the brain was used in the United States from the 1940s to 1960s. 2 doctors, 4 nurses, and additional aides were needed to inject the patient with insulin and monitor the treatment. Patients went into a deep coma. To bring the patient out of the coma, glucose was poured into a tube to run from the nose to the stomach. The risk was the patients would be harmed if their blood sugar was dropped too low. They wouldn't be revived soon enough. Treatment resulted in 1 death of every 100 patients. I'm surprised it wasn't much more. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Preparation for patient. Withhold breakfast, food, taken before the treatment and sometimes ejected mechanically during the contraction of the abdominal muscles and may thus be aspirated. More frequently, it leads to nausea and vomiting, sometimes after the treatment. Give prescribed medications as sedative, Dramamine, etc. 30 minutes before treatment. Remove dentures. Never allow patient to go in treatment room with chewing gum in mouth. Hairpins and other medical objects should be removed. Tight clothing should be loosened. Encourage the patient to use the toilet just before the treatment is done. The patient loses consciousness immediately and the amnesia for the whole treatment procedure. Some patients wake up terror-stricken, others quiet, some will mumble, some will answer when spoken to, but those answers will be inadequate and unoriented. The patient always awakens in a confused state and may have a headache, dizziness, and muscular pain. What the fuck? Why did people think this was no, like, it's just crazy to think that people really believe they were helping anyone. Okay, and then these are so, okay, so these are those like fever cabinets, like the heat cabinets. This was, I know this treatment, this is one of the treatments they showed on like Nurse Ratched to treat lesbianism. I don't know if like that's accurate. I don't know if that's real, but okay, this says here that this was used for syphilis. Syphilis accounted for 10% of the state hospital patients in the 1930s.
Petromancer just resubscribed for 15 months. Is this where I can get some ivermectin? I demand ivermectin.
Honestly, maybe. They still do electroshock? Yeah. I don't think they do it like this though, right? Like they just hook it up to the brain. Is that what they do? Like, you're right though, they still do use electroshock. I don't know. I'm creeped out. Shock therapy? Oh my God, look at this guy. I'm sorry. Most people think shock therapy, when they think of shock therapy, they imagine being strapped down, withering and pain as electrical currents surge through the brain. The earliest shock treatments used drugs to shock or reset the brain and induce comas or seizures. It wasn't until the 1930s that electricity replaced metrazole and insulin as shock therapy to treat mental illness. The technology to apply electricity to people throughout the electrodes was used in the as early as 1830s by Duchesne de Boulogne. His experiments used electricity to stimulate facial expressions. Wow. Huh. I don't like that. Okay. So, so doctors observed that a high fever could cure insanity brought by third stage syphilis and looked for ways to elevate patients' temperatures. Experimental procedures such as malarial injections proved effective, but sometimes lethal. Fever cabinets lined rows of high wattage light bulbs were designed to raise patient bodies' temperatures over 105 degrees. They cured many people of syphilis, but were terribly uncomfortable and caused burns. Risky and torturous fever therapy was replaced by penicillin in the 1940s. Thank fucking God. Okay. Look at that. Oh my God. Tonic bathroom, psychiatric clinic building. Oh my gosh. So that was here. Ooh, that's creepy. Look at that. Wait, what room was that in? Was that in? It couldn't be this room. I don't know. I have no idea, but that's creepy. The fever cabinet was donated by Mrs. Reva Shumway of Pleasant, Kansas in 1995. Okay. Thanks. Okay, ooh. Okay. Okay, oh my God, please. Okay, so look, here's the marble. This was for colonics. I'm like, how is this gonna be? What? Okay. So the colonic irrigation room for receiving enemas and performing other medical examination procedures. There was a flushing toilet unit located directly under the opening and in the table to receive body fluids. The table was installed during 1935 and 1936 and continued until about 1960. The photograph in the display was actually taken at the Fulton State Hospital during the 1930s and was located in the psychiatric clinic of this facility. Huh. What an interesting, like, yeah, I don't know, it looks a little nasty, but okay. Oh, okay, here we have some more like toilet stuff. Okay, here's a rectal thermometer. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's a rectal dilator. Please preserve this. You may want larger sizes later. To ensure the maximum benefit with Dr. Young's dilators, it is necessary to try the smaller sizes. Okay. Okay, and then here we have an enema. Antique glass urinal. Interesting. Urine specimen bottle. Interesting, okay. Oh, this is the hydrotherapy. Ooh. Oh my God, okay. So here we have the hydrotherapy, which is just so creepy to me. Hydrotherapy was used at asylums and hospitals throughout the United States to calm agitated patients. Warm baths had soothing and relaxing qualities. The cover from the bath, oh, this actually doesn't sound horrible, but I thought they like made it super hot in here too. The cover over the bathtub kept the water warm longer. Okay. A gutter with holes poked in it was installed around the center building. Staff ran through it to simulate rain. Oh, I mean, like that actually kind of sounds nice. Wet sheet treatment or cold pack. Okay, so that would have been this. Involved wrapping a naked patient in wet, usually very cold sheets, which were covered by a woolen blanket. The treatment, which lasted from 1 to 3 hours, was intended to calm patients. There were 3 phases of treatment: cool, neutral, and superheated, and the patient was usually unwrapped and resting in the neutral phase. Although the patient was restraint or punishment was not usually the intent of the treatment. Okay, so creepy. Oh, look at those old thermometers though. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Camisoles such as this one were constructed in a sewing room, in a hospital sewing room until 1968. They were constructed after a very heavy material with row after row of strong stitching. The camisoles laced up in the back was similar to the matter of which a shoe is laced. About midway up the back, laces passed through the grommets of each sleeve, thus continuing the hands around to the side. The camisole was used to those patients who displayed overt combative behaviors towards themselves or others. So she was in a restraint cuff. What the fuck? That's just so uncomfortable. This isn't, stop. Restraint ring. This metal ring was removed from the basement wall of the of the center building in December 1980. Rings such as this one were common in the infirmary. The women's detached unit and the center building of the rings were mounted to the walls, and patients out of control can be restrained to the wall by means of the chain which passed through the metal ring. So this is what one of those restraints could look like, those cuffs that she's wearing. Oh my fucking God. Early tranquilizers. Handmade clubs were used for patients. Oh my God, what the fuck, guys?
I Dream in Memes gifted Bellanami a subscription. I Dream in Memes gifted a tier 1 sub to Bellanami. They have given 11 gift subs in the channel.
I appreciate it, and thank you for the gifted sub to Bellany. No, thank you. I Dream in Memes. And then here, oh look, I like that they have her mask on. And then here she is, just restrained to the rocking chair. Mitts covered the hands for his patients from picking, pinching, or gouging. Okay. Oh, okay, the torso restraint. So this is actually tied to the chair. Okay then. What is this? Dentistry. Ooh. Oh no, not this. Please. These instruments date back to some of the early 1900s. Handmade and were used for dental clinics for many years. Stop it. This is sick. They are just trying to give me nightmares in here. Like, what the? That is, they are just fucking with us, guys. Alcohol lamp and spoon, circa 1910, used by dentists for preparing Novocaine with distilled water and Novocaine tablets. Wow. They were like, okay. Headband with mirror, used by a dentist at the St. Joseph State Hospital. Okay. This is creepy though. Okay, there's the little sink that you spit in. I'm not sure exactly what that would have been. Like, what is that? Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what that thing is. And that looks like, I don't know. It was once abandoned. They restored it. They restored it, bestie. What is this? Oh. So this is, oh, okay, so this is the electroencephalograms. So, records brain activity, also known as brain waves, to electrodes placed on the scalp. Hansberger recorded the first EEG in 1924. In 1953, researchers identified REM, sleeping through EEG. Interesting. Who let Adam, what? Look at this bed though. Okay. Oh, what is this? What the hell? The cigarette packs in this display were collected over a period of 2 years by a young patient who believed that 100,000 cigarette packages would be redeemed for a new wheelchair at the hospital. As you can see, this patient put his heart and soul into his work, resulting in the collection of 108,000 cigarette packs. Unfortunately, there was no such prize offered for the redemption of the cigarette packs. However, on November 19th, 1969, the hospital administration presented a wheelchair to the unit in which this patient lived as a token of appreciation for the tremendous effort he put into this project. Oh, look, Debbie's kitchen shown from Buried Alive. Debbie. So here we have some ties, more ties, okay. Oh, what is this? Oh, television diary? Okay, that's kind of cool looking. Can I just admit, like, Having a psych be part of a for-profit system really holds it back. Yeah. In the fall of 1971, a male patient was observed inserting a piece of folded paper through a slot into the back of the ward television set. The set was turned off and the hospital's electrician was notified. When the back was removed from the set, the collection of papers numbering 525 was discovered. Some were written as letters, while others seemed to be a daily diary system. Some patients' delusions mentioned in the writings included the belief that the hospital was stealing his money. He also believed his knowledge was hidden away in a couple of boxcars, and that he could not believe, and that he could not, sorry, I lost my place. Blah, blah, blah. And he also believed that his knowledge was hidden away in a couple of boxcars, that he could not leave the hospital until this was all exposed. It is not known if the patient was just storing the writings, if he thought that he was mailing them, or if he thought that this was some sort of information that would be transmitted through the television set. Some of these writings are posted in the hallway. So, the boxcar has all of this in them. Sunday, November 23rd, 1969, Ward Center, North Ward, Kansas City, Missouri. Our social security would come under the, okay, I can't read. Interesting. That's on Ward Center. Interesting though. I'm like, huh. He said, I'm taking the Bible, period. She can't read, it's true, I'm sorry.
Grim Hobby just subscribed.
Thank you, bestie. Thanks for subscribing. Yeah, we're just at this like psychiatric hospital museum. This just looks like more art, like honestly. I'm shaking, this is powerful. I'm honestly creeped out. Okay. These drawings are true. I experienced this as a patient in the state hospital. I wish to publish this in the hope that those who view it can still help to alter this situation. Limited edition of 100 copies, of which this is number 14. He created the Sounds of Fury book, sketching and describing his fellow patients and orderlies. Throughout his struggles, he always maintained a sense of humor. He was generous, kind, funny, and had a tremendous amount of whimsy about him, according to friends. Interesting. Huh. So this is like all his work. Huh. I was high and wide, flowing to an island shore. White tide cast up a wooden raft. It was battered sore. I leapt a long silenced ear to listen. Oh, I helped for a long gone moan of a sailor wrapped in shells and kelp. I hear a cry for help. Driftwood now twisted and bent, a brine filled with bottle. Oh gosh, God. I last heard of my family at the reading of the last will and testament. There will be other legal documents. Oh wow. Oh. Observation window. Oh, this glass was used at the state hospital to study patients. Oh, psychiatrics observing through group therapy could sit in the dark and see through the window. The patients, seeing only a mirror, were often unaware they were being watched. attached. Oh my. Yeah. So here's more. Wow. So like somebody like really collected all of his stuff. Like that's really cool. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, the people scared me just now. This hall tree. Okay, Nevada. What is this? I think this just was like, I don't know, I think this is nice. Like I would put this in my house. The haunted bathroom, quit it. Quit it. Water gets very hot. So here it is, do a seance. Do I bust out the cards here? No, there's the morgue downstairs. We're going to the morgue. I think this is, yeah, so there's other stuff over there. We're going to the morgue. So here's the pill bottles. Super cute. I want to get on the elevator again because it's spooky. How do I get back on that thing? Okay, sisters, let's do it. Why is there no one here beside, like around you? I noticed like one person. Okay, we're going to the basement. Well, you know we're not supposed to be in bathrooms on Twitch. That one was haunted, so hopefully I can pass. You're so skinny, thank you. Stay safe. I have my crystals. I do have my crystals. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, immediately vibe change. Scroll saw. The scroll saw utilized pedal power as the operator would sit on the metal seat and pedal the saw, a belt which ran through the pedal wheel to the upper wheel brought about the reciprocating action to saw blade. So this was used in hospitals somehow. It doesn't say what it was used for. Okay. What the fuck, who cares? This is just a tin shop. Blacksmith? What is this shit? Where's the morgue? Stitching horse? What? Patients and workers field loading snap beans for delivery to the cannery at the Missouri State. What the fuck? They like really just had them. That's fucked up. Okay. Wow. So here we have a cream separator. You're like, why is this just thrown in here? Baby sheep. What? This is so creepy. Okay, milk car. Boatman swing. This device was lifted. What? And hoisted. It's like a pulley. Okay, here we have an old, this is a cane wheelchair. This thing's pretty old. It definitely looks more comfortable than some of the others. There's two more. And then here we have shoe repair. Oh, artificial leg. Okay, so that's an artificial leg. Interesting. Okay. Ooh. We're losing connection. I know. I Rice tongs. Okay, farming. What is this? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh guys. Oh my god. 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 What the fuck? What? Oh my god, guys. This is creepy. What is this? This is... What is that? This is like another hydrotherapy bath of some sort, I'm guessing, but looks like it could fit a few people. Is this like a pulley, like this is like some exercise equipment. So that back there is like one of those hot ice baths. Spot quartz lamp, an ultraviolet spotlight for intense localized radiation. Huh. Interesting. Barber chair, shaving chair. Okay. Give us Sweeney Todd. What is this? Oh, is this like just like some sort of light? And what the fuck is this? X-ray machine. Radiology clinics, such as this one in the photograph, were furnished throughout the Missouri state hospitals in the mid-1930s. Okay, interesting. Weaving room, okay. Where the fuck is the morgue? Dementia, where's the fucking morgue, guys? Show Me Industries. Oh, that's so cute. They look like little cats. Development for... Okay, who cares? And this was in their laundry room? The washing machine, 1890. Okay. It is so cold. All right, then. Okay, I've got some cars. This is like really just some dude's basement who's just into collecting weird shit. Why does it keep... Yeah, stream is probably lagging. Like, what in the hell? Honestly, though, like... Jukebox Hero? But, like... I'm sorry, this is ugly. I don't know. It's not for me. Oh, isn't that great? Okay. Employees and students expressed concern in 1981 when the youth center was shut down by the state of Missouri due to budget cuts. Many students feared that they would no longer have a safe place to live and learn. Later that year, it reopened as the Woodson Children's Psychiatric Hospital. Yeah, so that's actually right next door to that one's creepy. I was walking past that and wondering, okay, vinegar barrel. And then there's like a prison right over here too, but that's like still like a prison. And whenever it's like literally right over here, it's like, I wonder if I like was to like open this curtain, if you could see it. No, but that's, I think, the children's hospital over there. Yeah, so there's a prison right over by here. And it's like connected to it. I almost accidentally walked into the fucking prison because it was like, turn here. And I was like, this doesn't seem right. There are people here. Okay, salad bowl. This salad bowl is from the cafeteria food line. That's disgusting. Yeah, so there's a prison right next to the Children's Hospital and the old Psychiatric Hospital. It's like honestly just bad vibes. Oh, guys, here it is. This is it. Here we have it. Oh, shit. Oh, God, this is fucking creepy. Okay, although the wails and screams of patients and clinking of chains and shackles and slamming of the isolation chamber doors has long ended, the age-old stigma associated with mental illness and lack of knowledge and understanding still prevails in segments of our society today. The burning of the witches and casting out of evil spirits, the purging, blistering, bleeding, and vomiting of all early methods employed in attempting to bring out the cure certainly demonstrate in retrospect the lack of knowledge, understanding, and compassion that existed prior to contemporary psychiatric practices. The deinstitutionalization movement and the downsizing of the oh god, that freaked me out. I thought I was just like hearing laughing. Okay, sorry, here we go. Morgue and autopsy room were located originally in the building, and when they were constructed originally in this building when it was constructed in 1969. Why did it say 1879? There's like 3 buildings over here though. Okay, although the morgue is not being used at this time, the refrigeration units are still working. The morgue tray slabs are cold. The temperature in the cooler maintained about 40 degrees. Capacity was 4 bodies. The morgue was also used to hold bodies of patients until family members made funeral home arrangements and had their bodies transported. The autopsy room and morgue were also put into use by the state of Missouri anytime there was a suspicious death or deaths that might involve foul play. At one point in the hospital's history, a family of 4 that were murdered in Northwest Missouri were brought to this morgue and autopsies were performed. On occasion, bodies pulled from the river were brought to this morgue for identification, autopsies, and holding. Oof. Okay, so here we have, oh god, they're really trying to be scary now. Oof. Okay, so here's, oh, toothbrush rack. Okay, weird place to put this. I'm sorry. Hell no. I would keep my toothpaste, like toothbrush, separate. Okay, the state of Missouri has death certificates online for the years 1910 to 1963. We can learn a lot about the life of the state hospital by looking at these death certificates. 4,374 deaths had occurred at the state hospital by 1922. The majority of the patients died from natural causes such as tuberculosis, stroke, syphilis, and pneumonia. In 1901, an epidemic of tuberculosis struck the hospital with a total of 207 deaths, and in 1921, syphilis killed 385 patients. So here's a picture of the morgue in 1911. Oh, okay. Okay, this is just saying how to get to the cemetery. The hospital. Blissful. Oh, thank you for that raid. Bliss raid. Thank you, bestie. Thanks for the gigantic raid. Welcome, everybody. We're in this old morgue. We're in an old morgue autopsy room. So it's a little, we're feeling vibes, but welcome. Thank you for joining, guys. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, here we have intentional deaths at the state hospital included suicide and murders. Patients killed themselves by hanging, setting themselves on fire, shooting themselves with guns, jumping off buildings and into wells. One patient poisoned himself with arsenic in 1934. That same year, a patient was murdered by another patient who used a spade handle to fracture the skull. Oh, Blissful, thank you for subscribing too. I appreciate it. Stop, don't say that. God, guys, It's honestly like, I have chills in here. Those sheets did not move. You're fucking lying. What is this? Asperol dispenser. Pyrex brain storage. Oh, no, blissful. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Sorry, my like notifications are all weird. Okay. So here, sorry guys, wait a second. Pyrex brain storage jar? I was like, huh? Okay, from 1920. Lift the sheet. Did you really go into an abandoned site? There's that. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay. Oh, this is a grave marker. Patients really had their names placed on tombstones due to patient confidentiality. Instead, they were assigned a number and recorded in a ledger. The state would state their name, date of birth, and the day of their death. The patient to be buried in the hospital cemetery was in the last patient was in the 1940s. This was 1945. Scissors and snipes. Okay. Bone saw. Oh, shit. Turtle shuffle. Thank you for that gifted sub. I appreciate it. Oh my god. Oh, are these real? Quit it. Dr. Jordan's Hayes. Dr. Jordan Hayes died 1894. Oh my god. 46. This was just patient 46. 176. Oof. Lest we forget. The hospital opened November 9th, 1874. The first burial was December 12th of that same year. The most grave markers are numbered. There are a handful with names. Nearly 2,000 graves are located in the cemetery. For many years, Missouri State's hospital cemeteries were neglected and unattended by hospital administration. In fact, St. Joseph State Hospital grave markers were ordered, pushed over, and buried in the 1960s because hospital administrations thought it was costing too much to mow between all of the graves. Generally, when a relative was brought to the hospital for administration, the family was usually told to bring the clothes they wanted them buried in because chances were the patient would never leave the hospital. A lot of patients didn't leave. Some patients, after being admitted, never had visitors. In many cases, families were too embarrassed or ashamed of their relatives living here. Many died lonely. Many died and went unclaimed when their families could not or would not be located. Their stories should not be forgotten. So the cemetery was rededicated September 19th, 1992. Oh gosh, okay. Okay, guys. This feels like the spot. There's like this little table here. Let's do our little card reading here, but we'll do a little reading here. Can you give a quick rundown of what we're doing? Okay, so right now we're at like this was like an old psychiatric hospital in Missouri. It was like later abandoned. It was opened in like 1873, but they restored it and made it into a museum. A lot of this stuff is, I don't know, from this hospital originally. There's like 3 other buildings connected. Right next door is the children's hospital, and I could like show you guys how creepy that looks whenever we leave. Okay, so I'm gonna make our selfie stick a little taller. Okay. Okay, sorry, this one's weird. Besties. Oh, okay, sorry, I was doing it backwards. Okay, I got it. Sorry, guys. I'm not used to this selfie stick. I want to run now. Yeah, I'm like, okay. Okay. I'm just kind of like curious. I brought my rocks. I brought an amethyst stone. So I don't know. No one's interested. It's fake. Pretty creepy though. Okay. Just like shuffle these so the energy feels right. Good makeup, thank you. So I don't really know exactly what I'm trying to ask here, or what I'm trying to. It smells like licorice, like black licorice, like very, very strong. Like I'm not, is that a thing? Like what is that? Can somebody look up black licorice scent? What is that? Yeah, it's the guy on the table. Do you think? Ask if they were alive today, would they stand Regina Spektor? Let's just try and see who, like what we get, because there were so many different people that stayed here. I mean, it could be really anyone. This is right next to a prison as well, so it really could be like any spirit, technically, I guess, connected. So let's just see. That was popular candy back in the day. I don't know, it's like smells strong of black licorice. Weird. Okay, so the first card I'm drawing is the Tower. This would be like representative of the person. To me, this is saying that they definitely came here against their will. It was definitely like a time of great chaos in their life. And that's why they were brought here. So let's try and figure out a little more. We have the Empress, okay, and I have that reversed. The Empress is normally a sign of fertility, but this would be something that was weighing on them, and since it's reversed, I don't want to like make assumptions. Like this is, wow, I've honestly never really had a reading like this, guys. I'm kind of creeped out. This feels like very real. I'm not trying to sound like this, but I'm like, this is creepy. It maybe feels like maybe she came here. I feel like after losing a child, maybe it was a miscarriage, but I feel there's a possibility it could have just been like, what if it was really just severe postpartum depression? Like, it's really hard to say, but let's try to get a little bit more to this. So she came here kind of in a time of desperation. It was a very chaotic period in her life. She was here with something to do with, I believe, maybe infertility, which would be like a crazy reason to be here. But I think it was something to do with the child. Like something went wrong with maybe a birth that she gave. Something bad happened. Maybe it was self-abortion. Maybe, okay. So now I'm drawing the 10 of coins reversed, which is normally like a good omen. With it being reversed, what I'm seeing is like a false sense of security. Like she felt everything around her was perfect, but there was something telling her, like there was something whispering in her ear that not everything was all right. Four of Wands. This is unity. So she was married. She was definitely married. And I think like, okay, so then I drew the Chariot, which is like, you know, the sign of like a new journey, a new path. So maybe she felt that this marriage was like her way out. But it seems like it was maybe the end of her. And now getting like Ace of Cups. Spirit box with you. I don't know a name. We can't ever think, I don't know. I couldn't tell you a name. No EMF reader. You know what we could do is go back and replay this and listen for sounds, because technically those EMF readers are just like, they're just recorders. So I'm sensing like after the marriage, like after this new journey, there was a lot of love, a lot of emotion, and I think she felt very supported. Like I think she felt very supported. Oh, okay. And now I get the 2 of Coins, which is kind of like a trickster. So I think that she was really, really deceived by this man that she was with. Something happened possibly in their marriage. I don't know. Okay. And now I'm drawing the Magician. The Magician can make all things happen. So to me, I think this man had a lot of power. He was very deceiving. He was very manipulative. Is it possible, like, she just wanted to have a child, or what? Hold on, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. This card always gives me chills. Okay, this is 3 of Coins. And this one always gives me chills. This is like plotted. This was planned. This was schemed. So people who were powerful, holy shit, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry, let's keep going. I'm scared. Okay, and then I draw death. Okay. And that is, oh, okay. All right, so let's just, okay, this is wild. Guys. So I think this was all like very planned. Like, was it like hospital staff? Like, was it her husband? And then I get the Two of Wands reversed, which is kind of like, you see everything. You can like see like the future. It's like a very like all-knowing type of card, but it's reversed. Sorry, I'm just gonna keep going because it's like, I feel like there's more to this that we can get. I'm sorry. I'm getting the black licorice again. I'm getting the black licorice again. Like, again, it's coming back. Okay, now I have the Page of Pentacles, which is like a very, very small offering. Very childish in some ways. What's really crazy about this is there's like a lot of main cards in here too. Like, we have the Tower, the Chariot, the Empress, and the Death card, and the Magician. Like, this is a pretty significant reading because those are all big cards. And then to me, like, the Three of Pentacles is always huge too. I really feel like this is, there's more to this. There is a story here, guys. Are you gonna get possessed? No, I'm just scared. Pretty significant, real story. Well, I just think that this could be somewhat, I don't know. It's like their stories aren't told, so I feel like any way of communication, like, is it possible? Oh my God, do you have an Apple Watch? Of course. Hey, Garnine. We're at a old psychiatric hospital. Like, we're in this old morgue, and this was the autopsy room. And we decided to do a little bit of a reading. Okay, Garnine, thank you for the 16 months period. Of course you have that comment. Okay, so for me, like, what I'm reading is this was definitely somebody who was here in the woman's ward. So probably like during that, like, it seemed like the woman's ward, like, here, they talked about a lot in 1930s to 1960s, and then I think they later added the men's ward after. So I think she was like brought here against her will. I think that something went wrong with the pregnancy. I personally don't think that she ever actually had this child. I think things seemed like really perfect. I think she got pregnant before she was married. Looks like she got pregnant before she was married too, from what I feel. I don't think she actually gave birth though. Her husband, I think, still married her, but I think he like kind of always used this against her and was like very, very manipulative. The Death card to me, right after the Three of Coins, feels like murder. Like, I don't know, that just feels like murder to me, to have like the plotting and scheming card right before the Death card. Like, it feels like all of this was like very, very intentional. I think her husband maybe didn't kill her, but I think he killed everything that was like left inside of her. I think that he enjoyed like, yeah, I think he like really, really enjoyed the power dynamic of that as well. It sounds like she was just a very, very tortured soul. And I don't think her death was really an accident. Like, I don't know, I have chills, guys. Oh my God. I'm putting these back in here. I'm gonna get like possessed. Wow. Guys, I don't know. Did anybody look up black licorice smell? Did anybody look up black licorice smell to see if that's a thing? What is it? Alcohol with a mix of trans, what? Hold on. It's a colorless liquid that smells like mint or licorice. It is toxic to humans and animals if breed swallowed. Okay, so I'm gonna die, is what you're telling me. It's black licorice. It's not regular like strawberry licorice. Black licorice is like, I don't know, it tastes like licorice. It's gross. But why does it smell like that in here though? Like why? It's creepy. What is the smear? Red smear on the ground behind you? Oh, next to the medical box. Oh, it's like an arrow. I think that's probably because they actually do tours of this a lot. Dying on stream would get you banned on Twitch though. That's true, but I don't know, it could be worth it. They did not just take the batteries out of that smoke detector. Why are you there alone?
Cute5 just resubscribed for 15 months. Hey bestie.
Thank you for the 15 months. I appreciate it. Wow. God, guys, what a creepy fucking. I just have chills, like permanent chills. How much did she smoke before stream? Not even, because it takes me a while to actually get out here, so. God damn. Is this legal? Yeah? Right? Like, what a creepy fucking place. Oh my God. What does that sound? It's like a whirring. Is that just the AC? It's the equipment room. It's going weir, weir, weir. It's like, honestly, I just like, I can't get over this little like art like work here with like the prescription bottles. It's just like, it's just making me die. I'm sorry. It's just, I'm sorry. It just seems in such bad taste. Like it seems in such bad taste. Like it's just like, is this supposed to be funny? Like I just, I'm sorry. I just can't figure out. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna take you guys back up to the first floor because most people weren't here whenever I was there. So, get him at workout. Oh. There's people here now. Oh look, wait guys, that cardigan was not in here before, right? The cardigan was not here. It doesn't have a tag though. Maybe it was here and I just didn't notice. Like, cause there's shoes. Here's a cane. There's the toilet. Okay, this is like the art room. This has really been the only room that wasn't super creepy. So. Fashion ghosts. It's actually an organ, I think. I don't know if it works. I don't want to touch it. Oh, that's the organ. Okay, and then in here, this is where like there was like a lot of the kind of like nurses stuff. Here's like the American Red Cross nurses outfit versus like the ones that worked here. And I just have to say, like, this one's just a lot sexier. This is just like a much more of a look. And then here we have these two ladies. Originally State Lunatic Asylum number 2 was designed to house 275 patients in a sunlit and airy ward. These nurses wearing the hospital's armband might have supervised walks to the grounds and restrained patients to walls with chains. So here's a picture of the women's ward. As you can see, like there are just people like tied up. This woman right here, she's like tied up to the chair. And these chairs, I guess, like they all like rocked, which was just creepy. Here we have medicine of Tyborg. What's up?
Grim Hobby gifted Tyborg Go to a subscription. Grim Hobby gifted a tier 1 sub to Tyborg Go 2. This is their first gift sub in the channel.
Thank you so much for the gifted sub. I appreciate it. And thank you for subscribing. So look, this is Code of Ethics. Wow, this is like, as an employee of the St. Joseph State Hospital, I believe in and will abide by the principles set forth in the following Code of Ethics. I will develop skill and ability to stimulate and promote the progress of the hospital. Be cheerful and spread uplifting influences to the patients and my coworkers. Render service to all patients without prejudice. Direct all time on duty to the best interest of the patient. Have empathy for the patients and coworkers. Avoid making promises to the patients that cannot be fulfilled. Learn to know the patient in order to observe and report effectively. Strive to learn more by asking, reading, listening, being a member of the group. Cooperate with all shifts, a necessity for team success. Respect all fellow workers in the specialized fields. Have no have consideration for the patients. What is seen here, what is heard here, what is said here, I will leave here. Oh, okay. Sorry. I know, right? Where's the empathy? Where they tied to the chair? So, oh look, here's a little makeup mirror. Any nurses who uses rouge will give the director of nurses good reason to suspect her intentions. What? Okay. Sexist. Here we have this little hot mama handing out the medicine. That room's creepy. Okay. And then honestly, I thought this back here was super creepy. So these were like, oh, at least he has like a cat. Perhaps it was family, like it was the family pet brought for a visit or one of the hospital's stray pets. Was it recently abandoned? It was like in the 80s, so yes. Okay, so here's like one of the rockers like we see in this chair, in this picture. So this was at one of the women's facilities. Right here, that's the orange fiberglass chair. Here's one of the metal ones. Here's one of the more early rocking chairs that they would have used. And then here's where they kept them in. I'm sorry, like they have a pool table. Excuse me? I guess this was like the early 1900s, but like, I understand that it was like before the Great Depression, but what? Like this compared to that. Haven't I already been here? I went back up here because a lot of people weren't up here or weren't here yet whenever I was up this first floor. So I came back. Let's get back on the elevator. Yeah, they murdered patients. Yeah, there were like a few wrongful death suits. It's honestly, this is pretty fucked up. Okay, electric shock therapy. God, I don't know if that's the answer. I think people like must see me in public though and be like, what the fuck does this bitch think she's doing? Like, I don't know. Are you wearing tap dancing shoes? I'm actually wearing tennis shoes. Okay. There is like one other room we haven't looked at. Okay. So here's like a giant picture of the state hospital staff. Oh, this was Nevada. No, Nevada, Missouri. Okay. Here we have, oh, these are postcards from the asylums. Very interesting.
To the present state of insane persons confined within this commonwealth, in cages, stalls, pens, chained, naked, beaten with rods, and lashed into obedience.
As a result of Dix's efforts, a bill was passed to expand the state's mental hospital in Worcester, Massachusetts. It is said that over the following years, Dix traveled to many more states, including Missouri, spreading awareness and appealing to state legislatures on behalf of the mentally ill. During this time, another advocate for the mentally ill, physician Thomas Kirkbride, pioneered an architectural style that he believed would promote healing for the insane.
And then I'm like, what is this cage? Restraint cage? Shut up. Used for holding patients who are possible threats to themselves. 1870. That is creepy. Handbook for attendance to the insane. Wow. Just crazy. Client cannot refuse. What?
Between 1848 and 1900, the work of both Dix and Kirkbride would influence the establishment of more than 40
who do you think should be responsible to take care of the mentally ill?
As part of the expansion effort, between 1847
I don't know.
and 1902,
I think
hospitals were built, most of which followed the Kirkbride plan.
I think everybody has a bit of a
The first Missouri hospital for the mentally
pull
ill
here, or should.
1851 in
Okay,
Fulton,
so
today it is known as the Fulton
the Missouri
State
River
Hospital.
covered most of the Jefferson City area.
Facility west of the Mississippi and is the foremost maximum security treatment facility for mentally ill patients in Missouri. The second Missouri hospital was built in 1874 in St. Joseph, Missouri, and is currently the Northwest Psychiatric Rehabilitation Center. In 1889, the third facility, known as the State Lunatic Asylum No. 3, opened its doors to patients in Nevada, Missouri.
I don't know if there's anything else back over here, but these lamps look cool. I have to look at those. Oh, wow. Look at this staircase. Wow, that's so pretty. Grand staircase. A fire destroyed all but 3 of these. Okay. Interesting. Oh, Halloween spirit period. Okay. I think we've seen what we needed to. This was, oh, principal floor plan of the asylum. Interesting. Oh my gosh, the floor is this pretty. I think it's like fake, but it's actually kind of nice looking. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. Okay. So here, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. So here is, this was the children's hospital. And like, I know that because there's this creepy little like play set over here that I noticed that I found to be really creepy. Hold on. And then here, I'll show you guys the prison too. So here we have the prison, and yes, it is open. It is open. So there's the prison. Really just a little odd to me that this is all so close. So there's like the little children's like play set, some old swings. This was open until like 2002 or something, I think it said. Really creepy looking. Very haunted feeling. But this, like, oh my god, why is this whole area so creepy? Like, excuse me? I can't see my screen right now. Oh, it's nice out. I just like kind of want to like get a little closer. Like, I wonder like if anyone ever like goes in and like cleans any of these buildings, you know? But like, I'm sorry, why is the prison like just like right here though? It's like just like, I don't know. Not to be like that, but it's like, it just seems like a security thing. Fuck. Well, I'm in love with that turtleneck. Oh, thank you. Sorry guys, sorry I like wasn't responding to like much of what anyone is saying. I'm like really bad at that in the moment whenever we're trying to like take something in. I'm confused, are they turning it into a museum or what? It is a museum. This is a museum currently. The prison is still operating as a prison. It's a men's prison. And then this, the children's hospital, I don't think that they're gonna do anything with it. It just seems like an abandoned hospital. Take us to the asylum cemetery. I honestly like, am unsure how to get there. I think it's like, let's see. Oh, hold on. Unlock the car. Oof. Baby. Your arm looks so skinny. Thank you. thank you. Oh my fucking God. Speaking of skinny. Okay. Those of you who stuck, like the two people who hung out in Discord and watched that entire documentary series about the crazy Christian, like, woman who was like, thinness is godliness. Wow. That was a fucking ride. Like, Jesus, that shit was wild. Hold on. Like, nobody saw that. Like, nobody really watched it. Eat My Kitty was there and Professor was there, and that was like it. But this woman from, like, where was she from? She was from Georgia. Super blonde, like kind of like a 90s like fitness like icon. She like rose to popularity in the 90s for having this diet that just centered around being a Christian and your body being like a temple for Christ. So always treating it with like respect and filling it with like good things. Really, she just like was promoting intuitive eating and acted like she was like kind of like the inventor of it through like Christ. And she was like pure fucking evil. Like, it was a complete cult. Like, people weren't allowed to like communicate with people outside of the church. Like, you weren't allowed to have like divorces with your spouses, although she did. Honestly, I just, like, we have to watch it. Like, I'm so serious. I'm so serious, guys. Like, I would like to watch it. Let me see if I can play music while stream. Oh, it worked. That's so exciting. Okay, sorry, I didn't think it was gonna work. Is it on Netflix? It's on HBO. It's on HBO. Okay, so we got some music going. We're gonna start the journey home. Fuck, I've drank all of my water. Thanks for your great introduction on your day back to the streaming continent. Thank you. I'm back. I'm glad to be back to the streaming continent. Hold on. That sun is blinding me. Okay, there we go. My sunglasses. Okay. After this, I can't like read chat because I'm about to go into drive, so I can't read chat, guys, but we'll still like, we can converse a bit. Anyway, I can get out right here. Yeah, creepy vibes. I definitely felt like I actually did, like, I'm not to sound like super corny right now, I did feel like we kind of made contact with something during that tarot reading, which is not something I've really felt very often when just like trying to like do tarot on a spirit that could be there. Like, I've never really been successful with actually like feeling anything. But wow, that was just like so fucking creepy with like the cards that I was drawing. It felt very like possible, like it could have been, you know, somebody trying to like reach out. I don't think necessarily for like justice or anything, but maybe just to be heard. I'm so thirsty. What do I do? I need fluid. I went through all the water that was in here. I have this hot Diet Coke I got before we went in. Oh, thank God. I had such bad dry mouth there for a second. You know, like whenever the roof of your mouth like feels like super dry and almost like scaly. You know how like whenever mud dries, it will like and like be all scaly and look like it's like crusty. I don't know. Does the roof of your mouth like ever feel that way when does the roof of your mouth ever feel that way whenever, sorry, I lost it, whenever you have a really bad dry mouth? I don't know, that's just like a way I would describe it personally, is like it feels like dry earth. We have dry earth in our mouth. So I don't know if anybody like has ever been to a Rocky Mountain chocolate factory. They used to be like all over like Kansas City and like the KC metro area, and they have these really I know like dark chocolate covered orange peel is like nothing new or special, but God, I've just never had it as good as from this place, and I see it like every time I'm out here, but I'm just like too like lazy to stop. I'm like, I can't, it doesn't have a drive-through. Like, I'm sorry, if you just like don't have a drive-through, then you should serve alcohol in your establishment. Like, I don't know, like honestly, I'm just gonna look and see if I can order something online from them. Like the idea of having to like go in and like interact with a human to buy chocolate just seems like something like of the dinosaur era. Like I shouldn't have to. So if they don't have a website by this point, like they're asking for it. I'm just saying. Like they have to at least be from like Colorado to be Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory. So they clearly have a few. Ooh, what is that place? So that's a new restaurant. It's probably horrible. It's probably horrible. It's an Italian restaurant, like, and I've never had good Italian restaurants, like, or Italian food. Well, okay. There's been 2 Italian restaurants in Kansas City that I would say are really fucking just great, like good food. I wouldn't say it's super authentic or anything, but damn good. I would say it's damn good. I don't know about that place though. I just like, I honestly just wish, and not, oh, I am so lucky. I'm just getting the green lights. We're getting the green lights today, besties. We are on the highway now. Life is a highway. I'm in all night. Yeah. God, fuck you. Fuck you. I'm sorry. I get so fucking annoyed by semis just driving like right So, like, get out of the fucking way. Get your own lane. Get your own lane. Like, I just don't think that we should have to deal with semis, like, on the road. And I know, like, that's really fucked up to say because of how much we depend on them for, like, our Amazon orders and all of that shit. But I'm just like, for the love of God, please, like, stay out of the goddamn, like, lane that people merge into. Get out of the merging lane. Like, why are you in the merging lane? Why do you want people to die? I'm sorry. I'm getting around them. We're going around. Sorry guys, it's just like little road rage. It's like light, like diet road rage, like fake sweetener road rage. But like, it's also very, very real. Every time I like drive, I feel like I kind of get like a little bit road ragey. Like I'll start like cussing, or I'll like just, okay, so I guess I never really realized that I had road rage or drove kind of angrily until Jake pointed it out. But I personally think it's just like we both learned to drive in different areas. Like, you know, he's like, well, you can't do that like around here. Like if you do that around here, people are gonna like know you. You know, people, because people know each other. It's a small town. There's like 100 people. So he's like, you can't do that here. Like, you know, you can't like hold down your horn at people and scream at them to fuck off. Like you're gonna run into them at like the grocery store, or they're gonna be like the person who like is at like the pharmacy or making your McDonald's. Like you have to be careful. And I'm like, what are you even talking about? Like, what do you mean? Because we were going somewhere, I don't remember, but I was driving and he was like, you're just like, you're an angry driver. Like you're a very aggressive driver. Like you're holding down your horn at people and honking. And I was like, okay, but they like cut me off. Like you're supposed to honk your horn at people. And then he told me that he had never honked his horn at anyone. Like, what the fuck? How have you never done that? Like, okay, like I get it. Like, yes, definitely I would say I'm a more aggressive driver in comparison to him, but how are you not like, you motherfucker, you almost killed me, and like hold down your horn? Like, I just thought that was like alright. I didn't think it was being rude. Like I personally get honked at a lot, and I never take it personally. I'm just like, they were right. I was, you know, I was driving a little wild. I just cut them off. I did that, you know, so it feels like a deserved thing whenever it happens back. Although there was one scary incident where I felt this guy was like actually following me and chasing me after we had a bit of an altercation where, you know, I had maybe got a little road ragey towards him. And I thought he was like fucking following me. I'm not sure if he was. This was whenever I lived, well, I would have lived in my first apartment. I was like coming home from like one of my restaurant jobs that I worked, and I don't remember. It was late, and I fucking held down my horn at this guy, and I don't know if he just happened to like live in the same neighborhood as me and came, you know, 15 miles my way, or not, or if it was just a big coincidence. It's hard to say. I think it was, personally, I think it was a coincidence. I think it's very likely that, you know, we could have both just been heading back the same way for 15 miles. Like, it's very, like, you know, I don't think it's crazy. I don't know. I don't think I'm an aggressive driver anymore. It's like, calm down. Because I'm like, I never really deal with traffic anymore out here in like the country. But what the type of traffic that I do deal with out here is just completely different. And I know I like have mentioned this before, but it's like these huge combines and like rock trucks and like tractors that will just like take up the entire like 2-lane road, because it's a 1-lane road, but 2 lanes, like, you know, so that's like the main highway of my area, just a 1 lane. So like whenever these big combines start combining the fucking cornfields, the corn sweats, it's just hell for like 2 months. Traffic is just complete hell, because you'll just be going like 15 miles an hour for like 20 miles because there's like a huge fucking combine that you can't even see over or around, just like so fucking snail pace ahead of you. It's fucking shit. It's like, God, this area, it's cool in a lot of ways. There's like a lot of things I enjoy. Like, for instance, I enjoy the nature. The nature is beautiful. We love nature. It's gorgeous. It's stunning. Gorgeous. I love... Honestly, can I just be like real? But there's really not a huge difference for me, like living in the country versus like living in the city, because I feel like either way I would be doing the same thing, you know, like I would just be like playing Dead by Daylight still, or at home watching, like I would probably actually be rewatching Desperate Housewives, like if I lived in, you know, Kansas City still. It's just like, I don't know about you guys, but it's kind of one of my like anxiety shows. So if I'm feeling really anxious or just kind of depressed, I'll just put on any random episode of Desperate Housewives, and it will make me feel so like in such a better mood and a better state of mind. I don't know if anyone else has that. For me, it's Desperate Housewives. And interestingly, you know, I never really thought I would like that show, because for years, Sean tried to get me to watch it, and I was just like, no, I don't like shows like that, you know, in high school. And then as an adult, I watched it and I was like, wow, this is so fucking good. Like, honestly, the writing for that show really is very, very well done. Like, except for the Mike Delfino situation and Edie Britt, like those situations are shit. Like that was horrible. Horrible writing. Horrible. That was horrible. That there, for me, like one of the main flaws of the show, besides how they wrote in, really, the second season. If any of you out there are Desperate Housewife fans, you know exactly what I'm talking about with season 2. That was not good. That was bad. That was so glad I wasn't an actual viewer at that time, so I was just kind of like able to skip through that season and not watch it. But it would have been painful to have to wait every week in anticipation for those episodes. that would have been very disappointing. Wait, did somebody say something to me on stream? I'm sorry if you did. I like had my shit way turned down, so I don't know if that, I don't know if somebody like donated or subscribed or tipped or anything, but thank you either way. Even if you didn't, still thank you, because like honestly, I've been trying to do Instagram lives in my car recently, and it's so depressing because on Instagram Live, nobody watches. Like, nobody watches. It's like, well, okay, it's decent. Like, whenever I got on the other day, I think I got like 15 viewers, so not horrible, to be quite honest. Like, that's probably pretty good for Instagram Live. I don't know. I know other people get like 1 million watches or whatever, viewers, but Instagram is just not really a live streaming website, right? So I don't think it's something anybody really would like go to watch. And also, I think a lot of people on Twitch, a lot of us here, don't really like watching content on our phones, which like I don't think you can really watch Instagram Live on your computer. You have to watch it on your phone. I could be wrong. I don't know. They may have changed that like in the last 3 years that I've known about Instagram Live. At one point it was like that. But yeah, my plan with the Instagram Live is simple. And, you know, I'm going to get a lot of heat for this. I'm going to get a lot of, you know, pushback. But the end goal is to have Aaron Carter have me on his live stream so he can cuss me out and call me a drug addict on his Instagram Live. It's just really something like I'm kind of building up for, so I'm trying to go live on the gram. And I understand that people don't like care about Aaron. You know, I never did. Personally, I never ever cared about Aaron Carter. I was never really a fan of his. I do remember him being on the Lizzie McGuire show. Other than that, like, I only really know him from performing I Want Candy and on Lizzie McGuire. I don't know. You know, wasn't a huge fan, but then just kind of like hearing about all of the shit that he's been doing and his like antics, I kind of got like sucked in, and for like probably 2 weeks, maybe even 3, my entire life was just consuming Aaron Carter content. Like that fucking cunt Montana, who's like a baby. She wasn't even born whenever I Want Candy was fucking released, had the audacity to tell me about the situation. Like, and she had no idea what that would do to me as somebody who was obsessed with celebrities in the early 2000s. So she had no idea. She had no idea what she was going to put me through. I watched the fucking Jake Paul, is that his name? Jake Paul podcast that Aaron Carter was on. I watched that, and I'm ashamed to admit it, but I have to be honest. I have to be honest. So I watched, or is James Paul? Is his name Paul? Anyway, the show is called Impulsive. Jake Paul. Sorry, I was Jake Paul. I believe he is the YouTuber that pulled the suicide forest stunt, which was just one of like the most horrible things probably ever live streamed by a content creator. I know other really fucked up shit has been live streamed, but not typically by people who are like content creators. Anyway, it's like somehow he has like a twin brother, the Paul. I don't know which one of them is a boxer. I'm completely confused. I just know that I think that they're twins. One of them boxes, one of them has a podcast. That's all I know. Anyway, I watched the podcast because Aaron Carter was on it. And I just have to honestly, like, that was probably the best episode that show has ever seen. It was just so, like, fucking funny. Like, Aaron Carter comes out onto this fucking set, clearly, like, and I hate to be like this, but, like, clearly strung out on drugs, which is sad, but it's comical at the same time. If you know anyone and have been through this with, like, addicts and have my phone is overheating. It's like I need like a fucking do you guys remember whenever like laptops used to have like the laptop fan plug-in? Like I need one of those for like a phone. I don't know if they make those yet, but like they need to get on it. Anyway, what I was gonna say, Aaron Carter steals Logan Paul's chain and convinces him to like trade him for the one Aaron has, which is like cubic zirconium, and you know, of course, like Jake Paul's or Logan Paul was real. It was real, so he got like scammed by Aaron, and I just honestly thought it was funny to see such a shitty person get scammed by another shitty person on their own show. Anyway, that's it, guys. I'll see you. Wait, fuck. Hey, Arnie, can somebody raid solo for me? Or somebody raid anyone, I guess. Like, I don't know who's live. Raid one of our besties. Okay, bye. Bye.